This is the smallpox vaccine experiment. This is a really good experiment to introduce children to the concept of vaccine. So you can talk to children about whether they know what a vaccine is, what a vaccine does. It can lead on from blood cells, talking about white blood cells and how they help the body defend itself. This is essentially the vinegar bicarb experiment that we probably do at school for volcanoes, but we're going to do it for a vaccine. So we have vinegar here, this is vinegar, and we get the children to vaccinate one of two patients. So they'll have patient A and patient B. We get the children to vaccinate patient A with some vinegar, which we tell them is the smallpox vaccine. And what we can give them a syringe, and we can get them to draw up 4 or 5 mils of the vinegar. And the kids like playing around with the syringes, and then they give that to patient A. Patient B doesn't get the vaccine. We then get the kids to give their patients smallpox. Obviously this isn't smallpox, this is 1 molar bicarbonate soda solution. And we get the kids to get the dropper, and they will give both patients a smallpox. If they give the unvaccinated patient the smallpox first, nothing happens because obviously it's just bicarb in a tube. And then we get them to give the patient with vaccine the bicarb, the smallpox, which is the bicarb as well. When this patient receives the smallpox, it'll fizz up because the vinegar is reacting with the bicarb, and we can talk to the kids then about how the vaccine would be reacting with the pathogen to help provoke an immune reaction. So the person who has the vaccine, something's happening in their body to protect them from the smallpox. If you have access to pH indicators or bromophenol blue, we can also add those in because they'll have different pHs, because one has vinegar in and one doesn't have vinegar in. So the patient who doesn't have the vinegar, if you put the pH indicator in, it will go red. And you can say to kids, red is dead, and the person who had smallpox. The person who had the vaccine, when you put the pH indicator in, it's from yellow. It doesn't go entirely yellow. It doesn't go red, sorry, it stays pretty much yellow. So this person stays alive because they had the vaccine. The kids also quite like the story of Edward Jenner giving people smallpox and also cowpox, and it's quite an easy way to convey vaccines to them, and they like squirting the liquids around. What we have found is that the kids then, after they've done the experiment, would like to mix all the solutions together and play with the pH indicators, and that's a really good way to get them to understand acid and bases.